on old computer. It's a Samsung Core i5 computer, and I'm just resetting it completely and configuring Clawdbot. And this Clawdbot is going to be connected to my Telegram with botfather. I'm going to configure botfather on it. I'll configure basic security on it and get it working with a Claude model and just ChatGPT to do basic things. Claude, I'm going to set up the router to do the failover from Opus 4.6 to Sonnet, and yeah, and just have the Clawdbot do basic things. Couple of things that it's going to be doing. It will be executing some of my Freedom Fusion automations that are already prepared before. Those automations are like Skookie Sys, YouTube Viral Clipper. So Skookie Sys is the Freedom Fusion automation that reaches out to Indies community on school and literally reposts my previous posts, make comments, replies to people, that kind of stuff. And for that, I already have a library on GitHub, but all of this is going to be, all of those libraries are going to be downloaded into my computer. I'm going to create a workbench where you operate directly on a local computer. Everything is just the folder structures, everything is set on the computer, the entire folder structure. So instead of me connecting directly through API to Notion and operate on Notion, I'm going to be operating directly on my local computer and creating that map, the knowledge map, using Obsidian and all sorts of other tools as I'm going to be growing it further. To optimize the token usage, I'm going to be switching between multiple model contexts. So instead of using Opus 4.6 for everything, I'm going to be using it for design. I'm going to be connecting Clawdbot to the cookies, and I'm going to be connecting Clawdbot to YouTube Viral Clipper. YouTube Viral Clipper makes it possible for me to quickly grab context out of any of the videos and just clip out a specific clip and make it available on YouTube. So instead of me kind of going through the whole process of clipping things, coming out with descriptions, titles, forget about all that. Clawdbot is going to be doing that. It's going to be executing that. Now, not everybody knows how to operate Clawdbot on their Windows computer. Most of the setups that you see is on Mac iMac Mini. This is different. I'm setting it up on a Windows computer. Now, in my particular case, I already have Freedom Fusion automations that are set up on my iPhone. And of course, automations like Skookie Sys, automations like YouTube Viral Clipper is what Clawdbot going to be controlling. So now, instead of me constantly going into school community, Clawdbot is going to be updating the school community with my progress. Now, what kind of progress? You guys already see over 2,000 videos in this channel, lots of videos. And my number one use case that I'm going to be using it for is for presentations for my university work. And I work in University of New York, teaching adults AI content-driven automations, how to do TikTok Shop, how to do UGC, how to do all that stuff. And obviously it takes a long time to create the presentations, and I really don't want to do that. Instead, I just want to create YouTube videos and have Clawdbot mix those YouTube videos for me with my context, with whatever the topics that I already that I'm going to be teaching in university, and the presentation gets done for me automatically. Now, keep something in mind. This is one of the hardest problems to solve for any kind of presentations. You may think it's not a big deal, but when you do any kind of university work, you got to create the entire curriculum, an entire presentation for every scheduled session. And you need to make sure that there's gamified cohorts in there. It's the entire environment is like interactive in a classroom. So this way there's a clear distinguishment between learning on YouTube versus learning in a classroom. There's many challenging elements that I'm already aware of, and they're repeatable. And all of those elements are operationalized inside of Notebook LM. Clawdbot is going to be tapping into Notebook LM and creating those presentations while including the speaker notes all in PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides. In my particular case, I already have access to Microsoft Office 365. And of course, not only from university standpoint, but on my own personal, it just makes more sense for me to do that on PowerPoint. Now, how does it work? Clawdbot is going to execute, like I'm literally going to communicate with Clawdbot through Telegram chatbot. And I'm going to be like, yo, go ahead. I need to prepare for Thursday, 6:30 p.m. class for my UGC TikTok shop class in University in New York. Can you go ahead and cook something up for me for this class? And it's going to remember the context. It's going to remember the same consistent way for how it's supposed to be building that presentation in the same style, the same theme, with gamified cohorts in the mix, uh, and timing information for how much each slide is, speaker notes for each slide. If you guys think this is difficult, trust me, this is super difficult when you do that. Even when you do that manually, you got to go through so many trials, triumphs, and tribulations. It's absolutely bonkers trying to even do this manually. But guess what? Once you do this manually, it's smooth sailing. The rest of it is just giving it to the Clawdbot. Now, many of you guys like probably going to be wondering, well, what makes you be the expert of Clawdbot? Guys, look, I'm not an expert of any sort. I'm just setting it up on my computer. But just to give you a little bit of context, I am a full stack cybersecurity cloud engineer. And I wanted to play with this thing. And of course, you guys already seen you already seen some of my automations even before Clawdbot came out, like stirring up the pot, which pretty much very similar to Clawdbot, just without the loop. You already seen browser use methods that I use to control the browser and Playwright and all sorts of technical mumbo jumbo that I don't even want to bore you with. Instead, I'm just gonna say this. Look, I have a tankless water heater that is getting cooked, literally getting cooked, and I'm super tired of constantly repairing this thing. I know I gotta repair this stupid thing. It's constantly breaking down. I really don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, trying to take a bath and the water is cold, and I'm like, man, what the hell? Why is this water cold? I want Clawdbot to go ahead and repair this, repair the tankless water heater. And of course, to do that, here's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using Voice Monkey. If you're not familiar with Voice Monkey, take a look at what Voice Monkey is and see an example of, like, in one of the workshops. Just search through my channel, search for the keyword Voice Monkey. But basically, it's a way of interconnecting to Amazon Alexa skill. So as you guys know, there's this Amazon Alexa thing, and of course, some of you probably use Ring. I know a lot of people use Ring. The use case for Amazon Alexa tankless water heater is going to be done, like I'm going to be connecting through Voice Monkey to a smart plug that is connected to Amazon Alexa. So this way I could just turn it off and turn it on anytime there's no water. How am I going to know that there's no water? Clearly, I'm going to know when there's no water. Because anytime I go, I'm like, oh my God, there's no water, it's cold. I will know right away. So I could just tell Clawdbot to reboot it. If I wanted to go further and kind of for test to see if there's no water, I could do that, but I'm not, like, I don't have that type of tankless water heater that can detect, that can do this. I don't have the sensors for that. I'm just going to replace the tankless water heater all alone. So this is just like a temporary solution, but I will need it also for my air conditioner to control multiple zones. I have 3 zones for Airbnb. In my basement, I have Airbnb guests, and I have zones for my first floor and my second floor. And I want to be able to control the actual what do you call this, heat pump that's outside of my house, to turn it off, to make it warmer, to make it stronger. I have gas and I have electricity, and I want to be switching between gas and electricity depending on what is the cheapest. So that is another use case I'm going to be using it for. One of our neighbors got a $2,100 bill just for the gas bill alone. And I know it's bonkers bill, and I'm not getting any kind of bills like that. I'm running solar, but sometimes it just makes more sense to, even though if you run solar, sometimes it just makes sense to run things on gas. There's certain times in a year when you want to switch this around. So anyway, the bottom line is that's what Clawdbot is going to be doing. Those are the use cases that I provided to you. It's going to be also turning on the TV over there, so that's pretty dope. I'm going to get some chicken real quick and get this thing set up. And I will be using the following plugs. Let me go ahead and show you the smart plugs that I'm going to be using. Uh, Guys, look, if you're new to this channel, all I gotta say, guys, is get yourself a little Bible like this and pray every day. It's very important, guys, to constantly pray. Have a little, like something in your house that you could pray for. This is real. You gotta do this, um, and tap into that bigger energy, and get some of those plugs over here. Get this one. Get a smart plug. This one is a TP link. It's pretty cool. I mean, you connect this. You could reboot your tankless water heater and another type of appliance of any sort, like TV or anything else in that nature. This is another one. I got two of them. So I got a little pouch over here that just kind of, I have all the wires. And I'm going to be using it for pest control as well, Clawdbot, because for the longest time I had little mice sneaking into the house, and I was trying to figure it out, like, where are they coming from? I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, let me just get the camera, 4K camera, to look at around the house, the perimeter, to see where they're coming in. And then Clawdbot detect when the mice coming in, and letting me know, because pest control is super expensive. I really don't want to be like spending another, I don't know, $2,000 on pest control. Although I know I said another one, I never actually spend any money on pest control, but you know what I mean, guys. So please keep your computer up and running. Right now it's running at 5%. It's getting, it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. 5%, nice. It's gonna take a little bit of time, guys. Once it's set up, once it does, it's gonna be smooth sailing. We're gonna be setting up the technical parameters. Who knows? Maybe I'll even stream this thing on Zoom to kind of give you guys a little bit of, maybe log in into Zoom and show you guys around. It shouldn't be a big deal logging into Zoom. I'll log off afterwards, but effectively, this is going to be the way for you to kind of explore for how to set up your own Clawdbot. Guys, not everybody is showing how to do this. A lot of people are kind of skeptical for how to do this, and like take it easy when you're setting this up. Don't spend too much time setting it up. Get the Clawdbot do the work for you. I'm using right now, I do have another computer. Maybe using another computer as well, but I think this is good. This is good. It's not that problematic for me. Yeah, so it's charging. It's gonna be smooth sailing. I'm gonna let it cook, and we'll see how far it will take us. Probably I'm gonna try to get some food real quick and let you know how things go, guys. And I know this computer is super dusty. This is the smart plugs that I'm going to be using. Here's the pouch, smart plugs. And once again, guys, like, if you want to succeed in this endeavor in monetizing your bots to do the work for me and for you, then what you want to do, you always want to, like, ask yourself, how much are you spending on virtual assistants? How much are you spending on controlling your TV, controlling your tankless water heater, controlling your thermostat? Do you have any side hustles? Like, maybe you going out and taking pictures out there and earning a little bit of money. How would you like to have your bot to deliver those opportunities faster than anybody else? So this way you could get that upper edge, and you could take a picture and, like, make more money doing that with a picture. So that's kind of the idea. I know it may not be super clear. We're still installing things, guys. We're at 5%. 9%. Everything's kind of going smoothly. Clawdbot is in the process of being set up, but well, the formatting is done. Right now we got to get through the Windows first, but afterwards it's just going to be, it's going to be smooth sailing. And yeah, guys, that's kind of all I wanted to say, and I'll see you next time. Take care. I'll let you know how that goes.